is wonderful. Well, my name is J-Mo, and welcome to Orca Stadium. And just like you, it was my own curiosity about nature that led me to working right here at SeaWorld. We receive so many questions about killer whales each and every day, from kids and grown-ups of all ages. We've gathered these questions and put them all together right here on my Killer Whales Up Close book, so I can share them with you today. Now, if you're ready to get started, it is my privilege to introduce to you one of our animal trainers. All the way over there, on the other side of the pool, is my amazing friend, Ceci.
Hi, everyone! Thank you, J-Mo, for that awesome introduction. Like she said, my name is Ceci, and I'm so excited to introduce to you our family of killer whales. Here at SeaWorld San Antonio, we have a pod of 5 killer whales, 2 males and 3 females, and they range in ages from 5 years old to 28 years old. Are you guys ready to meet some whales? Alright, let's get started. We're going to start with meeting our youngest at 5 years old. Her name means precious one in Hawaiian. Everybody, Kamea! Up next, we're going to be meeting her older sister. She is 9 years old and weighs 3,300 pounds. Her name means sweet in a Native American language called Enrichment. Everybody focus your attention to the center of the pool because here comes Sakari! Up next, we're going to be meeting the mother of Sakari and Kamea. She is the matriarch of our pod. She's 28 years old and weighs 4,500 pounds. Everybody welcome Sakara! Aren't they incredible?
They sure are. You can see how different each whale is. But did you know that there are even bigger differences in the wild? Would you be surprised if I told you that there are actually different kinds of orcas? Scientists refer to them as ecotypes. They live in different habitats, they have different body types, and they even pursue different kinds of foods. But even though killer whale ecotypes are different, they are all still considered members of one species, Orcinus orca. One question you may be wondering is, how big does a killer whale grow to be? Well, that depends on which ecotype you're talking about. Is it a 16-foot female from Iceland or a 30-foot male from Antarctica? Let's take a closer look.
The remarkable thing about killer whales, no matter which type, is that they are found throughout our global ocean, from the Arctic to the Antarctic, and literally everywhere in between. They are found in so many different habitats and depend on such a variety of marine life for survival that killer whales are more intertwined with the fate of our ocean than any other marine animal. Truly, these awesome animals are the living symbol of our ocean, representing so much more than their own species.
Let's hear it again for Sakara, Sakari, and Kamea!
Aren't they amazing? All right, let's see what questions we've received. Here we go. So many of you wonder about our trainers. In fact, raise your hand high in the air if you've ever wanted to be an animal trainer before. Awesome! Well then, I think it's time we met the dedicated trainers who interact with our family of whales here every day. You've already met Ceci. Ceci, who else do we have joining us here today?
Well, joining us here today, to my left we have Kristen. She is interacting with Kamea. In the middle we have Julie. She is interacting with Sakara. And to my right we have Kylan. She's interacting with Sakari. Now these are just a few of the men trainers that work with the whales every day.
Our orca trainers are so passionate about what they do here every day. And that makes me think of another one of your great questions. Do the trainers talk to the whales? I'll let you answer that one, Ceci.
Now that is a great question. We may not talk to the whales the same way that you and I talk to each other, but we have taught the whales a variety of hand signals that allow us to communicate with them. For example, when the trainers bend at their waist, just like they are demonstrating, the whales will nod their head in an up and down motion. And if the trainers lift their right arm all the way up in the air, just like they're showing us, everybody put their arm up in the air. The whales will mimic that same behavior and lift their an important role in developing the strong relationships that we have with them. And because of this connection, we're able to answer important questions through research.
Here at SeaWorld, we have a unique opportunity to conduct research about killer whales, asking important questions that can only be answered in a setting like this.
All of the killer whales in all 3 of our SeaWorld parks participate in a body condition study. During this study, we obtained multiple measurements of our healthy, well-fed killer whales to use as a baseline for research. Now, with this information, scientists and researchers are able to monitor the health of killer whale pods in the wild. Now, this is critical information, especially for the endangered pods, such as the southern resident killer whales.
So much of what we learn here is being used to help killer whales in the wild. Of course, there are other questions that can only be explored by studying whales in the ocean. By exploring questions both at SeaWorld and in the wild, our combined research gives all of us a better understanding of killer whales and the places they live.
And that's what I call working together. Research flowing in both directions, from our park to the wild and back again. That way, everyone benefits. Wow, we've got a lot of questions, and believe it or not, we get them every day.
We sure do. And to answer some of those questions, killer whales communicate with each other through a variety of clicks and sounds. Let's take a listen to some of those sounds.
Each kind of orca, each pod has their own dialect and their own unique set of calls. Other ways orcas communicate include using their bodies, as demonstrated by these behaviors at the sides of the pool. When an orca uses their body to slap the water, it creates a commotion above and below the surface of the water. And I'm sure you're all wondering, why do whales jump? And I just happen to have that emoji. A jump like that is called a breach. It makes a sound on the top of the water. This could be to show their excitement, or maybe to display a little power, and sometimes to get the attention of other whales. Other ways orcas communicate include blowing bubbles, bumping into each other, and scratching each other with their teeth, causing rake marks. These are the multi-line marks you may see on the skin of dolphins and whales. This is one of the ways these animals display dominance over one another during social interactions, both in the wild and also, sometimes, here at SeaWorld. Now, we've just learned that orcas communicate by using vocalizations and body language. But do you remember how we communicate with them? With signals. That's right. Here at SeaWorld, we communicate with our whales. And we want the next generation to be able to do the same.
All right, this brings me to my favorite part of the show. We have 2 volunteers down at the glass from this very audience, and they're going to be showing us a little bit more of how we communicate with the whales through signals. All right, on this side, our volunteer is going to be meeting Sakari, and on that side, our volunteer is going to be meeting Kamea. We're going to start with giving our whales a great big hello. Great job, you're already communicating with them. All right, for this next behavior, we're gonna ask our volunteers to spin around in a circle just like a ballerina, and let's see what happens. Wow, that was so beautiful. Not only did you continue to communicate with the whale, but you just danced with an orca. For this next behavior, I want the entire audience to help us out. Everybody put your arms in front of you with the palms facing up, and in the count of 3, throw your arms over your head. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Nice job, you guys. I forgot to mention that here at Orca Stadium, this is a 24-hour splash zone. Thank you so much, volunteers. We would like to give you this whale tail necklace so that you could always remember the time that you met Sakari, Kamea, and Takara. Let's hear it again for our volunteers.
Great job, everyone. I think we have some future animal trainers on our hands. Getting the opportunity to interact with these amazing animals face to face is an experience you will never forget. If you're interested in getting even closer to these orcas or any animals here at SeaWorld, ask an ambassador about up-close tours and camps. Now, let's talk about another really important question. Has having had an orca breeding program here at SeaWorld helped whales in the wild? Absolutely. Our successful breeding program has helped us understand the developmental needs of pregnant mothers, newborn calves, and young whales. It's critical information because this is the time when orcas are most vulnerable in the wild. Gaining this kind of knowledge is only possible through the research we've been able to do here at SeaWorld.
We have had 30 successful killer whale births throughout our 3 SeaWorld parks since 1985. All 5 of our killer whales right here were all born under human care. In fact, Sakari and Kamea were both born right here at SeaWorld San Antonio. We have learned so much from these whales, and we will continue to share what we have learned in the past 30 years with our scientific community. Now, Tour is showing us one of those very important husbandry behaviors. This is called a fluke present, or a tail present. They have veins that cover their flukes, and this allows veterinarians to come in and draw blood from them. This gives us information of their health, which we can use to provide scientists and researchers what healthy, well-fed killer whales look like. Now, Kayukin over here is showing us another important husbandry behavior. This is called a slide out. We have an orca-sized scale in our back pools where we can get their exact weights. Now, we have this because we want to make sure that they're eating all their food and that they're staying healthy. Now, high energy behaviors such as fast flips and jumps are behaviors that killer whales do out in the wild, but they also do right here at SeaWorld. If you focus your attention to the back of the pool, you're going to be seeing Kayukin do a big jump. And that jump is going to allow him to get the speed and power that he needs to show you one of his greatest exercises. So everybody, get your cameras out, focus your attention to the center of the pool because here comes Kayukin. With these high energy behaviors, we can make sure that these animals get the exercise that they need every day.
With all those high energy behaviors, I know some of our guests wonder, how much does an orca need to eat to stay healthy?
Now that is a great question. So just like you and I have different dietary needs, all of our animals eat a different amount of food. Our youngest, Kamea, at 5 years old, weighing 2,300 pounds, she eats 70 pounds of fish daily. Now, Kayukin over here to my right, weighing 9,500 pounds, he eats 130 pounds of fish every day. Now, it's very important to note that these animals get all the food that they need, no matter what happens every day.
That's right. And because we've been able to determine how much orcas eat at different stages of their life, researchers in the field can use this information to determine if ocean habitats are healthy enough for orca populations to thrive. And that type of information is invaluable.
You know, food, exercise, and physicals from our veterinarians aren't all the things that these whales need. Their well-being is so important to us. We want to make sure that their minds are stimulated and challenged. They need the kind of mental stimulation and enrichment that comes through learning, interaction, and play. Now, playtime is one of my favorite things to talk about because it's one of our favorite ways to develop the strong relationships that we have with the whales. Now, right now, we're gonna see how they're interacting with these toys. And we watch these whales all the time, and this is one of the ways that we get to know them individually so that we can build a good, positive, and strong relationship with them. But with all the fun and games that we provide, we still seem to see that the best kind of enrichment is social interaction with other whales or with our team of experienced trainers.
That looked like a lot of fun. And it reminded me of a really fun question an audience member asked. Who would win if an orca squared off with a great white shark? All right, let's take a poll. Raise your hand if you think the shark would win. Anybody? Ooh, I see hands over there. Now raise your hand if you think the orca would win. Absolutely, the orca would win because sharks hunt alone and orcas hunt with a pod of whales. So it's not a competition. Orcas have even been known to hunt a blue whale. Do you know how big a blue whale is? At over 80 feet, it is the largest animal ever to have existed on the planet. But orcas can face these huge animals because they collaborate, cooperate, and coordinate. They work together as a team to overcome challenges much bigger than themselves. We can learn a lot from them about how to overcome the challenges our ocean faces. In fact, if we collaborate like the orcas do, we can change the fate of the ocean and our world. Now we've got a few more questions, and these are some really specific questions that always come in. And many of you may have even been wondering today, why do some of the dorsal fins curve? Great question. Dorsal fins have no skeletal support, such as bones or cartilage, to support their height and weight. They are made completely of connective tissue. If an animal spends more time at the surface of the water, that tissue may weaken and the fin will bend. We occasionally see curved dorsal fins in the wild, and also sometimes here at SeaWorld. And I'm sure you all want to know, how fast can they go? Well, let's find out. Ceci, how fast can these orcas swim?
That's a great question, and this depends on their body size. Killer whales can reach speeds of up to 30 miles an hour. They use the muscle near their tail, called the peduncle, to propel themselves through the water in an up and down motion. Just a friendly reminder, this water is 52 degrees, so it's going to be a little chilly. Everybody put your hands up in the air, put your hands together, and make a whale tail wave them up and down. I heard that the louder you scream, the more you get wet, so let's hear it! Wow, that sure was a lot of water. This side looks dry, this side looks dry. Let's hear it! Get those whales